Okay, so this is a Sheen stage from Aggressors of Dark Combat. Uh, so the deal is, I had this version of the stage here, Night Ring, for like the longest time, and only just recently did I realize that the floor was sliding, and sliding pretty bad too. So I was like, oh god, time to like fix this up before I do something else. And then I went and downloaded like every version of the stage from Yugen Archive, and they all have issues. So I had to choose which one I was going to build the new version off of. And even though it also has issues, I went with OldGamer's version, mainly because it had the zoom on it. Uh, but, okay, so here's where the issues on OldGamer's version and what I changed that's different. So, up here in the top area of the stage, like when he was stitching the art together, he got everything like a pixel off, so you could see like this pole was like, you know, jagged because it was like 1 pixel to the left of where it should be. So I corrected all that. Also, his neon sign wasn't working, so I added the neon sign animation. And one of the guys, I forget which one it was, had a different version of this bartender that none of the other stages had, where he spills the drink on himself. And OldGamer didn't have that, so I like got all those sprites and then cut him out to mix well with OldGamer sprites. So now he has the like animation where he spills the drink on himself. I actually watched footage of the original game to see how many times he shook it before he threw the bottle up. It looked like it was 8 times. So I made it so it was like 8 times he shakes it, try to get the timing right. I also messed with the deltas a little. OldGamer went to the trouble of like cutting out all the characters from the back instead of like, I think in the source game they're just like locked to the background as one big thing. But I had to kind of like cut down on that because I wanted to show off more of the art. So like this guy was like cut off a bunch in like the original version. So now like you can see more of the art total. At different time, like you can see further on this box over here, and you can see this guy's right butt cheek, I guess, if you want to say that. So, OldGamer, if you're watching, that's why I did it. That's why. But I didn't want to lose the delta work completely, so I just made it a lot tighter. It's very subtle. Like you can look at this guy with the, like the very short haircut here next to the wall. You can see that he's moving on a delta. That's all. I'll include the music and everything, but yeah. So this is mainly OldGamer's version with some sprite repair, and then with some animations and stuff stolen from other versions. Oh, I also did some like sprite art edits to this because there's like a pole that's up here. You jump up high, and it was just like cut off, and I think it was cut off even in the source art. So I don't like blame any of the Mugen creators for that. But it was like the pole was just messed up. I kind of like surgered it back into existence. So that's all. I mean, you can barely see it anyway. It's usually hidden behind a character's portrait. But yeah, I edited that back into existence. So yeah, so this is Sheen's stage here from Aggressors of Dark Combat.